Alright, we are online. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are going into Act 5. We killed the primeval yesterday, and the stone has been stolen. Oh yes, that's not good, right? So let's see what we can do about that, right?
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
Too many have died here. I will intervene.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tyrael should meet me in Westmarch. Go.
It will be done. I swear it.
Sorry.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
The gates.
Though this Reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater threat. With a single thrust, it can open a man from waist to throat. That shield was not made for protection. It was made to cripple, maim, and kill. I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh dissolved to nothing. And only his armor-clad skeleton remained, his jaw unhinged.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets!
Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword.
Well, they make it sound a lot more worse than it is.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
We'll see.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood
Hey?
must die.
What do we have here?
They were only townsfolk.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. As Malthael has imbued them with the ability to sense the living, Revenant archers do not rely on their vision to find their targets. There is no place safe from their sightless gaze. They will find you through stone, wood, and even the ground itself. And once they have their quarry, they do not miss.
Defend the church! Repel these vile Reapers!
We're doing this, so
May be strong, but I will not stand down.
No.
Ah, we found you.
I'll do
I
it.
have never seen an attack like this. Why has Malthael unleashed his forces on Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
I agree.
The church! All
Well-
the refugees are inside! Follow me!
Too bad the Mathiel doesn't use that sentiment.
Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared!
What is it?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
I'm afraid not.
Well, that dead main
We
didn't
must
last
do
long.
everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Okay.
We must confront Malthael. Where is he?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
There are no other clues?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you must remain here. I will do what I can for Westmarch.
Well, hello. I'm sure it does. Okay, I was getting creepy.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
He was never meant to explore the domain of death. What would Rathma say if he were here? Any progress?
Yeah, you
The
see?
sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
So, the Haradrim have returned.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Must die.
By becoming evil themselves?
Death comes for
Okay, we
What
got
was
it.
that Death Maiden doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
This magic was not meant to be used so. I will not stand for it.
Agree.
I have read spells about crucibles that could enslave the dead. Now angels are using them?
Sadly, yes.
And the Death Maidens as well.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
That's sad. Okay. Anyway.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Nope.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakus to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakharum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
That's nice.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me, but he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Many of the survivors here have suffered the same. You should speak to them.
You should, shouldn't you? Good.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Well, sure, we can help him.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Yeah, it's the poor, yup. Got us there.
Do you hear something?
Oh.
Is something on your mind?
Yes. I've noticed your Templar friend is somewhat distracted these days.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth.
Oh? I see you looking at Arena every other moment.
Oh, it's just the way her hair catches the sun. Yeah, it's very bright.
Alright. Right.
Is anyone out there? Anyone?
Someone came for me. After all this time.
The blacksmith heard you down here.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Follow me.
He's not following, he's walking himself. Son of an Angus.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued. I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend. And now he won't go away.
You don't feel responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadric by helping him. And I told you to stay away from my forge. I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
I agree. This is horrible.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakharum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order and prove your conviction.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
That's true.
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
That sounds like magic or melancholy. I cannot tell which.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
There are many who do not forget the dead, Irena. They serve a purpose, as do we.
We all serve a purpose.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
Yep. That was the plan.
You are ill at ease, Cormac.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
You are one of many who believed in serving a righteous cause.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
That's good. Feel the anger. Hello, Shen.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Durgist.
I thought it was a secret.
Durgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then I will finally know the truth.
Probably not.
Have you been eating enough? I've noticed this about you. When things get difficult, you get very focused. Maybe I'll cook for you. So, if it's all the same, we probably both be happier if I didn't.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
Obviously.
Done.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
No.
After Malthael's disappearance, the Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant, Urze, to find him and bring him back to the high heavens. Urze, accompanied by the sect of maidens who were Malthael's closest followers, set out to find their absent master. They never returned. All know the reputation of the exorcists of Westmarch, those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom, they arrive in darkness, clad in cloaks as black as the night that conjured. They work in secret, extracting the demons that dwell within their subjects. Now, Malthael has turned them, and they roam the city in their inhuman forms, stripping the souls from all they encounter.
Yes. That thing got really dark all of a sudden. Light goes black and black goes light.
Our opponents may be strong, but I will not stand down.
I need a call. I'm afraid not. No.
No.
I need a corpse. night embraces you.
Well, die they can, die they will. Dice. Oh, damn it. Down there. Close. Yeah, I thought we were on the right track.
Done to my city. I swear
I'm afraid not. I need a corpse. I need a corpse.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Could we find more like that?
I need a corpse. You will make a fine corpse.
Blong. Yeah. Oops,
I have trained well.
Wrong way again. Damn it. I feel like this is gonna be a wrong way day. And there is a lot of places you can go wrong way. Finally.
I require a corpse for that.
What?
The grave beckons.
There we go.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good
That maiden is
and
using
evil.
the crucible.
There is no place for her in our world, so let us help her leave it.
I need a corpse.
Call the darkness down upon yourself, mortal.
see if we can find the lady.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
He's good.
Did you? I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now.
Okay, we are on our way now. Hello.
Malthael, he's watching you.
He's watching everyone.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael,
You should join the rest of the survivors.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say, I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes, if I am ever to sleep again.
I must have a corpse. No.
Yeah.
When I first beheld the corpse raiser, I thought myself capable of defeating him. Then he reached out his arm, and the ground in front of him was bathed in a spectral light. The bones of men and beasts rose from the earth and advanced on me.
Da da da. There we go. Money up.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions.
Thank you. I'm doing my best here.
Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
Okay.
A wise decision.
Agree.
That is not possible.
Ursel is a bit pissy, so to speak, Miss Missy.
What was that wretched noise?
That would be Urzael.
And?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
I have that effect sometimes. Tyrael should hear of this.
That's good. Okay.
I need to go back.
Go back. And so we are. Da da da.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
They have never cared for our kind, but these are the first to act against us. I will handle them.
Good.
Yep, I find that good too.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Oh.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Is this your new joke?
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
You would never make it there alive. Westmarch is still overrun.
All right, I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me.
You sleazy little bastard.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It worked for you.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
It could have been chance, or a deliberate act.
I must know which. I will discover the truth.
Those who perished without embracing Malthael are...
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Fisherai's magic from before we served the Prophet.
That is strange. Did anything else happen?
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
Okay. But, got a question.
Time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend?
I will.
Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
He knows you.
That is no guard.
Damn it all!
The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend.
Can we say that again?
Not.
You can't hide behind your friend, Lyndon. Meet your death.
And now we kill them all, and it is just a fall.
You die for what you did to Nigel.
I need a corpse.
Already got a corpse. But it looks like he's a corpse.
Edlin!
He's gone.
Rest in
I never
pieces.
should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
He was dead before we arrived in Westmarch. I can see the signs.
That dagger looks very familiar.
Take it with you. There may be more to this than we know.
Hello.
How are you faring, Lyndon?
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
Yes.
If you will try to find the truth.
You have no brothers. You've never
How do
loved
you know?
anyone. You can never understand.
How does he know?
They will run when they see us.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Is that wise? He could be behind them.
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
He might be a good man, but
I welcome the chance to travel.
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
Good.
Pretty
You
deep.
seem determined at last.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
I will be right
Oh,
here
yeah.
by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
Whatever they may be.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Asmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
Oh, what?
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
We know you had nothing to do with John Dar's corruption, Cormac. You're a hero. Our time has finally come, and we owe it all.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Yeah, this ain't gonna go
the
good.
shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am
Very much.
sorry. Kill him.
Oh, yeah.
That is not possible. I have long waited for this knowledge.
Just because I can.
Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels.
I must have a cause. That is not possible.
You brought this on yourself, Cormac.
That is not possible. That is not possible.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman.
Yep.
I swear,
Pretty much.
every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
Off we go.
The Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
It is a relief you are not. Your mind is free, and you can choose what to believe.
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar.
Oh yeah. I agree with you there.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
His obsession with desire drove him to abuse?
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature.
Oh my. Durgus, you dirty old man.
Another warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them. We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul.
Sounds like he already lost something.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
Ah, poor boy.
I don't feel like talking right now.
Oh. I almost feel sorry for him.
Happy to help.
Almost. You don't give away another man's hammer. Are you crazy? Man. Dude. And now I can't get any more upgraded.
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
It is Sparta!
Why
Something.
fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Oh, how sweet.
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I, through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharum's scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty. Seen as usurpers by many, the Justinians suffered nearly constant challenges to their rule. Finally, during the reign of Justinian III, a full-fledged insurrection broke out in the outlying region of Carthage.
Okay. Say so.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Why didn't you?
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them? Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
Yes, but I had assistance.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
The world will always have some evil in it, but it never could have withstood so much. It is better if people remain ignorant of such things.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
Yeah.
He was unlike anyone I ever knew. A normal man on the surface, but with a heart for all the world and everything in it. His death was a great disruption in the balance.
Could one man make such a difference?
Oh yes.
Always.
So does rain.
Your soldiers have been holding out for some time.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
Yeah.
The rest of the kingdom should have sent reinforcements by now.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
Unfortunate.
Yes, yes.
Look, the sliver is changing.
As though Malthael is manipulating the Soul Stone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
How he plans to do it. Westmarch is only one battlefield in this war.
After all. Holy! Well, that was a solar tour.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Thank you.
Did you know Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Malthael doesn't intend to kill you, does he?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
We humans also possess the blood of angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
That sounds eternal
Your
pain in
wounds
the
are
ass.
deep, aren't they?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
I am sure you have carried greater burdens.
Yeah.
What can Malthael do with the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
Even he would not dream of unleashing Diablo, would he?
Nope.
Did you ever consider destroying the Soul Stone?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time.
Someone is always watching. What will you do if I recover it?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
Yes. Yes. Hello, girl.
What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
All priests of Rathma make a similar sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
I don't suppose you have other insights into Urzael.
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
Is that all?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become.
Yes. Roshan.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below, as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Was Zai enamored with her?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
Yeah, I wonder who this Zai is. Because I'm sure it isn't some old crazy bat. Let's see if we can find the first.
I must have a corpse.
You will make a fine corpse.
Malthael's influence taints man and beast alike. Even the dogs of Westmarch, once tame and gentle, have been transformed into wild, savage creatures. They hunt in packs through the streets, tearing apart their prey with ravenous hunger. I saw them rip a soldier limb from limb. When his screams stopped, they came for me. The seraph was on me before I knew it. The mass of its bloated flesh soundless as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare. I looked down and saw tendrils of energy wrapped around my feet and realized it was not fear that held me, but the seraph's magic.
No.
Yes. What? Did I find them all in one place almost? I think that's a new record. Jesus Christ. They were close to each other. Yeah. Somehow I feel like it's up. Somehow I feel that they are blocking my way. Son of a dingus. Yes.
I require a corpse for that.
Many of the oldest noble houses in Westmarch kept massive hunting dogs on their grounds. Though docile enough in life, they have become terrors in the hands of the Reapers. Now these beasts lead the packs of smaller dogs as they chase down the citizens of Westmarch. I don't even want to record what they do to the corpses.
I found this one pretty fast today. Let's see what we can do with this old bat.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters.
That might be, but we're still going to try.
Seeing demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
Or you will be. Have you considered that? No.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
That is not possible.
Whisked in pieces. The scoundrels? Yeah, scoundrels. Hello.
Conflict. In death, there is peace.
You wield a power you do not comprehend, Angel.
I think he pretty much comprehends the power. I just don't think he cares.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but not his master. Once he is dead, you will be safe.
I believe you.
Well, at least one believes me then.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
Oof. Don't piss off the Missy, jeez.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
Oh yeah. That is a mighty idea.
It is good to fight with you again.
She has much more to say. This one does, however.
I would hear more of your travels.
Oh, I could tell you stories. We were frequently set upon by bandits. It became quite tiresome, really. One time, I had had enough. I know this is hard to believe, but when I was younger, I was even more vivacious than I am now. So I seduced their leader, convinced him to free us by giving him details on how he could rob a local magistrate. He'd heard the Vetchin could predict the future, so he believed me. They were caught and hung 3 days later. I must have forgotten to tell him that part of my vision.
Whoops.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
The streets are not clear. Some of our enemies remain.
I don't care.
Well.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You're welcome.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
Oh yeah. That is
How fortunate fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Here it is.
Urzael is dead, and only a few Reapers remain.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
Not yet. We still don't know where Malthael is hiding.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
Okay, that strange woman. Yes.
Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
The others may celebrate, but we know the truth. Many more will die before this war is over.
Wise words, my friend. Still, we must keep going forward. Your persistence has taught me that much.
Oh yes.
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
Fine.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
You were right. I do not like that.
Well, she sounds pretty cold, so to speak. Like non-caring about it. But
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
What does that mean?
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
Or you could try to speak clearly.
You have no sense of adventure.
exactly. Don't be such a wuss.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me, but it sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
Her spirit should have passed on long ago. Did she truly die?
Now I am not sure. What I do know is that she is out there, and she needs me.
Okay. Hello, Shen.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
He must have been worried.
No, not then. He felt pride.
Time for a potion?
Oh, really? No, thank you. That this one last defeat.
The angels will not aid us.
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
All the more reason to confront him.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Endurer's Council.
He will regret that.
Agree. We will regret him.
Faith is our last strength.
Thank you.
You're not going anywhere without me.
What?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
You are the first to question my restraint, Lorath.
Yep.
Dead angels now rest with the human corpses on the roads of Westmarch. But more will die, unless we know where Malthael is hiding. I cannot imagine how Adria came by this knowledge, but somewhere in the Blood Marsh, our answers await.
you feel that? The
Nope.
very air.
We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here.
I consider myself an expert on all matters concerning boggits. The boggit itself is a small, odd creature given to foraging and burrowing. Under normal circumstances, it fears humans, but it can be incited to great violence when under the influence of magical objects. Rings in particular.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
What a surprise.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins.
Damn it.
What was that?
What a surprise. No thank yous.
Rathma has blessed me. No. All must serve.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Okay. Oopsie daisy. Down now.
The cursed Boggin is a ferocious, hulking beast with an exceedingly bad temper. Aided by packs of boggits, it will fight anything that crosses its path.
Adria, this land seethes with her influence.
Remember to get the information you need before you...
I know.
That's not reassuring.
No.
This is one of the guide stones. Nothing happens when I approach it.
I will try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
A worthy opponent.
I require a corpse possible. That is not possible.
I had believed my new assistant was the noisiest creature in the world, but that was before I discovered the Shrieking Terror. This bat-like monstrosity produces the most ear-splitting racket imaginable, and furthermore managed to make my assistant scream even louder. I think the headache will last for weeks now.
Oh god.
Not the right passage.
Yeah, let me take this one. Huh?
Another guide stone will help me find the correct passage.
Oh, we had the way going. It was a good month. Oh, we need to find the way. Yeah. Boom.
Your death nears. Now I know which sigil marks the correct passage.
I would love if we could see Saul somewhere. Don't think so, no. Not in this one, at least. Would be fun to see a conversation between those two, but
Here it is, the right passage.
Half a mind to explore the ancient ruins outside Westmarch, and then I realized they were crawling with dreadful scarabs. Of course, these creatures do not frighten me, but they make my research much too time-consuming, and I am widely known for my efficiency. Am I not?
I have always wondered how much Adria relied on Diablo's power instead of her own. Based on her blood gods, her magic is very strong. These flesh gorges are raised from earth, stone, and demon blood, and they are driven to feast on humans so they may resemble us more closely.
That is not
Let's hope
possible.
they don't succeed.
My insight grows to that.
perhaps your inside grows while my outside grows.
Consumes you.
The flesh shaman was created from the blood of the witch Adria. Because of that, the shaman is able to use magic as she does, channeling the power of blood and fire. Luckily, Adria only has so much blood to shed, and not for much longer.
Wait here, Laura.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
Still you ask these questions.
We're all counting on you.
No.
What's that? Me. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. Not sure why the hell do we have an achievement for that, but wait. Let's clear the way.
You will make a fine corpse.
Adria birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison of this land.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Weakness consumes you. grave beckons.
The grave does whatever it wants to do.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
Well, then you're in luck. Because there's a lot of them.
That is not possible. Rathma has blessed me.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that. Well, at least we can't complain about the legendary, can we? And yes, we can. I don't want legendary in this low level. Damn it. I have a bad feeling about it.
This world can abide you no longer.
So it's either up there, which I think it is, or it's up there, but take the closest one first and see where that goes. Never know what. Never. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Do not fear the end.
No. Fear the beginning. Ah, there we go.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Nope. Yes.
Demons and angels will not kill you. I will.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him.
No.
He always finds a way. My master will return.
But you will not. I'm afraid not.
Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Yeah. Yes.
Adria had conjured an image of pandemonium before I interrupted her.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I am returning to town.
I sure am.
Bryson made a mistake, but he can still learn.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, so it is a personal matter.
What are you talking about?
You cannot control your emotions, so you drive people away instead. It seems to be effective, if misguided.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
Yeah. Ooh. My. My. Damn, that was a nice little sword I got there.
Best service in Westmarch.
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
He tried to kill him.
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
Poor girl. Oh well.
See? Aren't you happy I didn't tell you beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster?
No.
You always seem so calm. I thought you'd enjoy a surprise or two. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
I love him. Hey.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Why do I have a feeling?
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Amen.
Malthael seems to be in pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
And what does that entail?
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Oh no.
Lara! Peter!
Who are you calling to?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game, but I'll find them soon enough.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
That's sad.
According to the records, King Rakkus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist.
Oh yes.
Rakkus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
Always, girl, always. Go on.
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I am doing my best to ensure that.
I hope so.
So do I. So to Pandemonia.
What is this?
Destroy the gate! The Nephilim is here!
I'm afraid not. That is not possible.
He dares to attack us.
Oh yes. He dared to attack you.
Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Aye, sir.
Malthael thinks he can delay the inevitable, but he underestimates my persistence. I will cross the ancient battleground of the angels and demons and journey on to the gates of the Pandemonium Fortress. This angel has disrupted the balance between life and death, and it falls to me to rebuke him.
Let's do it up.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
The Ravagers were among the most fearsome soldiers of hell. Having grown accustomed to the taste of war, they remained in Pandemonium long after the last siege of the fortress ended.
Must I do everything for you?
Yes, please.
Pandemonium is a vast, chaotic realm, and many demons remain scattered throughout it. In particular, the war-scarred Marauders were unwilling to return to the Hells, and they have taken to pillaging the remaining angelic outposts in the battlefields. They may not
I'm
be the
afraid
most
not.
powerful of their kind, but they are clever and insidious, and no strangers to war.
I'm afraid not.
Patience is not one of my virtues, Nephilim.
Then don't block my way, Jesus Christ.
No.
That is a siege room. Bring with you.
I will bring it with me if you ask me so nicely. Eesh.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are two more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
Indeed.
Of that I have no doubt. Has somebody seen my pit? That explains a whole lot of things. Thank you.
Pandemonium is a harsh realm, and its inhabitants must be resourceful to survive. But none more so than the scavengers, who armor themselves in the very rocks beneath their feet. They may appear as mighty giants to their foes, but a few hard strikes will reveal that their true form is much smaller.
This world can abide you no longer.
I suspect that the barred lurker is part demon, for its appearance has an aspect far too sinister to occur naturally. It expels a noxious poison worthy of the hells, and from what I can tell, it will only feed on its own kind or the corpses of demons. One hopes it will never encounter a human.
That is not possible.
There, a worthy foe.
Do not fear the end.
That is not possible.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
We will crush you if it takes another 10,000 years. This eternal battle only strengthens us. A wingless angel. This is what they send to face me now. Die, insanity.
Don't look wingless to you. Got wings. Jesus. Okay. So upwards, I think we need to go now. Where can we go?
No. All must serve the cycle. I'm afraid not.
There we go. And there we go, the next.
I'm afraid not. That is not possible.
And now we're just going to this big giant hill thing of doom. I think we're gonna kill some more of this. Where can we go? What the? Thank you. Yeah, there, thank you.
From the ram.
That is not possible.
Hello, Tool.
I bear grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
Quickly then. We must
Are
begin
you
the
absolutely sure? We did just purify.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart.
That doesn't sound too fun.
Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
Drink will not give you answers.
I already have answers. The bloody Thieves Guild killed my brother.
You know there's more to it than that. I think you're even less convincing when you're drunk.
And you're even more insufferable.
Oh yes.
I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
What would draw Lysa's spirit there?
The prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his affairs secret from the Angiris Council.
So he could be with her.
I saw her broken body, but the prophet's magic is powerful. He once saved us all. He could have saved Lysa again. Accompany me to Pandemonium. We will find where Lysa's voice is coming from, and perhaps I will uncover the answers I seek.
We can do that.
I followed her voice to this place. I can hear her so clearly. We must find her.
We shall.
Do my eyes deceive me? Is that you, Melena? magic is strong.
The demons surround Lysa. You must find her, Irena.
Lysa, where is she?
We don't know. Ow.
That is not possible.
It is good to see you, Irena. I thought I would never gaze upon your face again.
You and me both.
Do not go. It cannot be. Risa? Risa!
When we walked, the demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Irena. Why?
I would have woken Risa. You must believe me. More demons. Where are they coming from?
That is not possible.
You must find Lysa. It is not too late.
Do not go. I have questions.
But she has no answer. So, what does your question have to do with that? Thingy. Whatever.
I cannot believe it. Sybil.
It was to be a dreamless sleep, but the blackness faded, and dreams I had. Dreams that became nightmares I could not wake from.
Sybil, I am here now.
No.
Are these the demons that killed my sisters?
You were always the strongest, Irena. Make us proud.
Prophet, farewell, my sister. What is that?
The prophet said I would not dream, but I did. At first, they were dreams of color, unsettling. And then I began to hear voices. They called for me, over and over. And then I woke.
Lysa, I knew I heard your voice.
Why did we have to give our lives for you, Irena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out.
I never knew, Lysa. The prophet never told me.
Well,
I'm afraid not.
Irena, know that you possess the greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift to you.
But what do I do?
Live. Fulfill the destiny for which I trained you, and for which your sisters died.
amen. Okay.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us. perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
No. You would always sacrifice for what you perceive to be good.
But if the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way.
Perhaps.
It is always wonderful to see you.
When I was forced to admit my beliefs were wrong, I was lost. I was afraid I would always feel that way. But instead, a sense of calmness has come over me. I'm no longer at war with myself.
And you need never be again. Embrace that peace, and let it guide you always.
Despite all of this, I find myself with hope for the future.
A future with Irena.
No! No, of course not. I do find her company stimulating. I do enjoy her unique way of looking at things, but I mean, no.
Just talk to her.
What? Well, you know. I mean, she is quite interesting. So, yeah, I suppose so. Perhaps I should. Maybe. You, mentioned that I should speak with Irena. I don't think I can do that.
Why? Lyndon speaks to her all the time.
What? That cad? Oh, she's already seen right through his lecherous ways. Surely he'd have no luck.
Would he?
Would he?
It is not a matter of luck. The choice is hers alone, and you'd do best to be honest.
That's right.
In the end, Zai trapped her just in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity? Everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
Is that true?
So the story says.
A thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
But you also cannot bear a life without friends. You are not like me, Hadrig. You need people.
I suppose so.
Poor Hadrig.
Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Possibly.
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon.
Will do, will do. Okay, can't do.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
Well, let's just face it. They're
This
dead.
is over. Tyrael will need to replace those who fell in the Tomb of Rakis. And he'll continue to train and expand the Order of New Horadrim. With everything I've been through at your side, I think I can contribute to that effort. The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. but nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.
Yeah.
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that! You're a good man.
Ah.
I spoke with the necromancer Zale. He said that the source of my visions is not necromancy, but something else. He seemed unnerved by it.
Westmarch is currently ruled by Justinian IV. Originally thought to be a callow youth, Justinian came into his own in the years following his ascension to the throne. Rumors still abound about demonic activities surrounding his coronation. But I believe those are simply the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by the ever-prevalent myths of the Zakarum.
Zai's jewel is here, in Westmarch.
We must pursue it.
Dinner first, then we can go after the jewel. Do not worry. I think it can wait for a little while. Yes, yes, this is the place! The jewel is here!
Shen, come back!
Come back! Dude, Shen! Really enthusiastic, I must say.
Just a little fall. Don't worry.
He fell.
No.
Again.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
No.
Do not worry. I'm just down here. Everything seems perfectly fine. Wait. What is that? Yes, all of this seems so familiar, like it's happened before. Hey, where are you? You're not lost, are you?
Perhaps. I don't know where I'm going, so...
If you don't hurry up and come down here, I'll find the jewel myself. Finders keepers.
You're on my way.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. Ah, well, there's no point in standing around, is there? Let's go find the jewel.
Stay with me. It's dangerous here.
Did you say dangerous? This is nothing. Just a little stroll. The jewel isn't far from here. I can almost taste it.
You don't have to eat a jewel. Yes, Jesus. Oh, that way.
I do so love a good walk, don't you? It helps me figure things out, such as what I'd like to have for dinner.
What do you like to have for dinner?
I'm afraid not.
so good to be able to show you around again. We really should do it more often, huh? Maybe next time, one of... I found it. The jewel. There it is. This cannot be. It's been destroyed. Dershus is free.
Zai, is that you? You look different.
I believe you are mistaken. I am Shen.
I'm afraid not.
Zai? Is that you?
Zai is gone, and no more. He's a legend and a myth. The man who stands before you is but a simple jeweler. I have seen the years, and I have loved and lost, and I have grieved and wept.
Whoever you are, you have freed me, and I am happy to have looked upon your face.
And I am filled with joy to have seen yours once again. Farewell, and go upon this last journey.
Sorry, but there's usually some good thing up here. That usually. Apparently not today. Okay.
What is it, Shen?
Please, I just need a moment alone. Do not worry about me. I will find you later.
Thank you.
It feels like a lifetime since I last held this jewel in my grasp. Oh, the memories flood back into me. I was a vain fool in my youth. I know it will be hard for you to think of me so, but it's true, though it was a long, long time ago.
What are you going to do?
Well, Dershus has escaped, and it's more important than ever for me to find him.
I think I saw something. Oh, all this way.
I don't think he will live much longer. Whatever secret he learned will surely be lost with him.
I believe he encountered the witch, Adria, but she is dead now.
No.
But why? Why would someone do this?
She has done much worse.
Exactly, but that does not really answer the question of why she would do it.
Grabs away.
But yeah, yes.
I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated this ground. Many angels died defending it.
Why here?
Our battles revolved around the World Stone. I had the Pandemonium Fortress built in order to protect it.
You must have searched for Malthael after he vanished.
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he was known to leave without warning. Eventually, the Council became concerned. We sent his closest followers to find him. Most of them did not return.
They sided with their master.
It seems so.
You built this fortress.
Not on my own, but it was my idea, yes. The angels raised it around the World Stone many eons ago.
Then you must know another way in.
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven and hell.
Let us ram it. Bada bim, bada bum.
Tyrael has told me that the winged assassins were once the sages of wisdom. In return for their vow of eternal silence,
that is not
they were free
possible.
to roam Malthael's pools of wisdom in the high heavens. Over the millennia, They learned nearly everything about the past, the present, and even part of what would come.
I'm afraid not.
But could they have foreseen their dark fates? That
Attack the hooks! Destroy those hooks! We can't move until they're gone! Gather the hooks!
I must wait.
One more hit, and it will fall.
The gates are down.
Okay. The last stretch.
Pandemonium Fortress. When I fought Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your magic is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death, as he does.
No priest of Rathma has ever fully achieved that. How is it possible?
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen.
Okay. So we are going to become death ourselves. That's fitting for
At last, I have found you.
Master, why are you here?
Master Necromancer.
We are reunited at our most dire hour. Many of our priests have fallen.
Even you, Master.
It is as it should be. I have come to aid you in defeating Malthael. You must wield a power beyond what you have ever dreamed possible. But first, you need to free us from our prison deeper in the fortress.
I swear it will be done.
That's fine.
This angel commands a power beyond his understanding.
Surely he possessed great knowledge as the Archangel of Wisdom.
Yes, but he sees virtue only in the light, not the balance. Without some measure of harmony between both these forces, we are all lost. The victory he imagines for himself could never come to pass. The truth is that you were not finished with your training when you left us. But I knew that if you'd stayed, you would have died in Malthael's attack.
You said many perished. Why was I spared?
Your life serves the balance, as it always has. But perhaps you see it more clearly now.
Always.
There is still a great deal you must do before your journey ends.
That's sad. Alright. Let's see what we can do.
Nephilim. The Black Soul Stone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world. And so ends the eternal conflict.
Amen. Ah, son of a dingus! Why did it have to activate just as I'm walking through it? Ah. Are you kidding me?
That is a powerful foe over there.
That is not possible.
Always hated this instance, I must say. It is tedious. Really pain in the ass. Fucking mine, stop standing in my way.
The night embraces you.
These monsters were once the most notorious and reviled criminals
That is
in
not
Westwood,
possible.
drawn up from the deepest, darkest cells of the city's prisons. Each was worse than the last. Heartless murderers who had butchered countless men, women, and children. In death, Malthael birthed them in forms that matched their twisted, callous souls, creating perfect instruments of slaughter. The executioners have earned their name. The Annas were among Malthael's most trusted advisors, and his fall to darkness affected them deeply. Gone were their radiant wings and calm, balanced counsel. Now they possess only malice and cruelty, and the insatiable desire to destroy all living things.
Well done.
I see now. This is what you spoke of. I feel as though I am on the edge between life and death, and both will bend at my command.
You are closer to the cycle than any of us have ever been. Use this power to bring us peace.
You have given me a great gift, Master.
I give you a challenge. Do not fail.
I'll try.
We studied the cycle for years, but we did not see the extent of this disaster. There were dark portents after the World Stone shattered. The Masters spent years trying to decipher them. It was clear that something was coming.
If only we had better prepared.
My apprentice, if we had not made these preparations, you would not be standing before me now.
What if I had been defeated and could not reach you?
There are many spirits here, great and small from across the lands. I have instructed them on how to aid their allies, much as I have aided you.
Of course, you consider everything.
It is a trait I would like to see in my apprentices as well.
When this is over, I shall return to the necropolis. Death Speaker Jadan will know of your actions.
That is impossible. He was one of the fallen.
Damn it.
Then who leads our numbers?
You must show them the way. Ensure that our traditions survive.
Hello, já.
Hey Mick, I'm streaming right now.
That is not possible. I must wait. I must wait.
Alright. Got some lag now, looks like.
I'm afraid not.
Somehow I think I'm taking a wrong turn, but let's see how this works. Perhaps if I'm lucky I haven't, but I have a no, I haven't. Oh, that's nice. Follow the instinct, even though they often sucks. So, how do we get down there? So, technically I have made a wrong turn pretty early on. But hey, couldn't be worse.
That needs to recharge.
Okay, so first of all, angry summon have restored, man. Don't care. See if that take a look at this. I don't care. Be good and so yeah. Right. It is time for Mathiel. Let's hope we can
Perhaps
kill him
this
in
age is not so
pretty
different
fast
from my
way.
The Soul Stone is a born sanctuary. The blood of demons will soon be gone from all creation. You will be the last of your kind for a few moments. Death comes, Nephilim.
Ow!
Death is beyond your reach. The end is inevitable. There is no other way.
That is not possible.
Ow, ow, ow. Get me out of there.
You are imbued with the power of death. But that will not save you.
Oh no, he didn't. Family så. Don't kill all my skeleton in one go, please.
I'm afraid not.
You are out of time, Nephilim.
Skeleton! Keep aggro! Damn it! Don't!
I must wait
Oh,
longer.
damn it! Not that way! Oh, for fuck's sake! Bad decision. Okay, first of all, we need to do something. This one is not useful in there. Unless... Oops. So, let's see... Bone spray. Let's do this one instead. And we're just going to charge up a bit. Okay, we have seen this cutscene, so no reason to see that again.
I'm afraid not.
The eternal conflict ends. is inevitable.
I just don't understand why the fuck I'm getting aggro here. I got pets! And they're supposed to keep my aggro. Jesus Christ.
There is nothing to save.
Yeah. We got it. This time, I'm staying on the backside. Whoa. Jesus Christ, man. You had to put all the clouds in the back of him? You're fucking kidding me. This fight, I hate it. I hate it. Thank you. Finally. Bastard is dead. Yes. What do we get? Something we could
Does the
touch.
past always occupy your thoughts?
Nonsense. I think often about what the
Holy.
future will hold, what adventures lie before us. The past is so distant, and the future such a mystery. I cannot help but wonder.
Where is the Black Soul Stone?
Malthael destroyed it and used the power within.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free.
Well, it was that or something else.
The Nephilim had done the impossible. By conquering death, she had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. She is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a necromancer who protects the innocent. But within her beats a mortal heart that will one day be tempted to corruption.
Son of a dingus.
On that day, will she have the strength to resist? Or will she be our doom?
I wanna bet this is gonna be the new Diablo. I am getting the Dark Wanderer vibes here. Congratulations. Thank you. And this has been Diablo 3 playthrough. I am thinking about stopping the stream and make some adjustment, and then we're going over to a Danish stream instead.